Hello and welcome everyone to the I'm Just Saying podcast. I am your host, Jess, and you have officially entered into a safe space. This is a space where we are here to support you, encourage you in leveling up your life, having healthier relationships, and being more accountable and self aware. All of these things are going to help you be the best person that you've always intended to be. So, before we get started, I want to officially introduce myself. Once again, I am Jess. I am your amazing host. I'm 34 years old. I currently live in the Atlanta metro area. I really love supporting women, and that's what's basically set me on this journey. I actually had a podcast before this one. It was called Just Bringing Awareness. And I was just really getting my feet wet, trying to figure out, which direction I wanted to go in. And I pivoted for a little while because I was like, I want to be a little bit more intentional with my messaging. And so that's what I did. And now I'm back and I'm still bringing awareness all day, every day. However, I'm also just saying. So I do want to preface this by saying I am not a therapist. I am not a doctor. However, I will give you my opinion on all different topics and all the things that we deal with in life. So if you ever need any advice, please feel free to either drop it in the comments or you can always shoot me a message on IG or you can always send me an email, either one of those ways. And I'll definitely come back and address it as quickly as possible. So, yes, again, I will be talking about a lot of topics that I've experienced myself or people who are close to me have experienced. I have a lot of friends. I have had a lot of friends. Let me fix that because I do not currently have a lot of friends. I've had a lot of friends. I've had a bunch of associates and I have family. So I have stories for days. And it's so crazy that I have started doing this podcast because I consider myself to be an introvert. Like I'll talk in spaces where I'm comfortable, but I never really would push myself to talk a lot on social platforms. So this was very new for me. But I am here. And so with that being said, once again, I'm just here to give you my opinion. I do offer coaching, like I said before. If you're interested in joining my support group, make sure you click on the Facebook group link that's linked down below and go ahead and join. It's going to be great. So, yes, I've always found myself being that friend that's always giving advice, even when I didn't want to. And if you don't know me, I just want to let you know I can be very empathetic. However, I'm always going to be honest. So I do want everyone to know that I will give you a very unbiased opinion. It does not matter who you are to me. You can be my mom, you can be my best friend, you can be whoever. I'm always going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I will feel for you. I support you. I'm here with you. I love you. But I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to cut any corners. I wouldn't even do you like that. So I've always found myself being the person that people would come to for advice. And honestly, it was like a love and hate kind of thing. I was like, dang, like, who can I go to? Who can I run to? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But along this journey, I've learned to embrace it. And I'm like, hey, even when I don't feel like doing it, or if I'm like, again, I always find myself actually getting so invested in it. And I'm like, if I hate it so much, why do I keep doing it? So I'm like, obviously, this is something that I love. I actually enjoy, but maybe I should expand it and be more open to helping other people than helping the same old people. So here I am. So I am here. Use me. I'm here to support you. I'm one of your resources. Once again, if you never did listen to my other podcast, I stress having a therapist. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You can be at your highest moments, your lowest moments. You can be in a comfortable space. You need a third party that you can talk to that has no personal investment in your life. That's going to give you an unbiased opinion. And also, also, sometimes we think we're over things and we allow them to fester, and then there's something that triggers it, and then you now entered into a danger zone. So you definitely want to, like, even if you don't feel like you need one, take my advice, find you a therapist and give them at least 3 sessions, because the first session really doesn't count. It's introduction. Second session, you're just kind of maybe getting comfortable. Third session, that's when you're probably making some real progression. Like, you're really starting to get comfortable with talking about certain things, saying what's on your mind. You get to know them, they get to know you. Um, but yes, so if you are thinking about finding a therapist and maybe you just don't know where to start, or you find it hard for you to even find a therapist that fits you, I am definitely open to helping you finding a therapist that's the perfect fit for you. So if you need help finding a therapist that is the perfect fit for you, feel free to leave me a message in the comments. You know what? Actually, for that, I would suggest you to just email me. Just email me, let me know where you are, and I'll do my best to help you find someone that's the best fit for you. So now that the whole introduction is out the way, we can finally get to the nitty-gritty, what we're really here for. And so today's topic is going to be something that I know hits close to home for a lot of women, definitely hits close to home for me. It's something that I have struggled with in the past, and sometimes I find myself struggling with it in current time. So we're going to be talking about the struggles of showing up as your authentic self unapologetically. Yeah. Yeah. Not only are you showing up as you, but you're comfortable showing up as you, and you don't feel bad for showing up as you. So have you ever felt like you have to, like, hold back sometimes when you're in certain spaces, or felt like you've had to dim your light or even change yourself in some kind of way just so you can fit in with other people or make other people feel more comfortable? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I am here to let you know that we are putting an end to that today, sis. We are putting an end to it. So let me ask you something. How many times have you walked into a room and felt like you had to tone yourself down? It could have been in front of your family, at work, or even sometimes in your relationship. Now, you know that's the truth. How many times have you felt like that? Or even just thought to yourself, like, dang, maybe I'm too much. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I'm too bold. I'm too loud. I'm too confident. And then you just start worrying so much about being too much for other people that you become too little for yourself. That's crazy, right? Yeah, that's what I said. But I've been there. But here's the truth: you can't be everyone's cup of tea. Honestly, you don't want to be everyone's cup of tea. You don't want to be that girl that's for everybody. And you weren't designed to be. You are special, and you have to remember that every single day, because this world is definitely going to challenge you every single day. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to get you, and not everybody's going to understand you. And that's okay, because some people just like a plain old dark black coffee, and you a whole caramel cappuccino walking around out here with extra foam, sis. Don't play with her. So why even consider diluting yourself just to try and make other people comfortable? Like, seriously, that's something we really have to think about, because we do that very often. We water ourselves down just to make other people feel uncomfortable, instead of, hey, if I'm too much, you need to move along or rise up to the occasion. We not watering down no more, sis. We're not doing that, especially not going into 2025. But in all seriousness, though, when you don't show up as your full self, you're robbing other people of your gifts. And it's really not fair to the people that do genuinely and truly appreciate you and love you. We're robbing ourselves of even living a life that feels true to us, because we're too busy shape shifting to fit into other people's boxes. And it's super exhausting. Like, you're doing too much. And let me tell you, the right people, the right opportunities, they don't need you to shrink. They do not need you to shrink. If anything, they're going to encourage you to be better. I know it's easier said than done, especially if you spent years trying to fit into what you think people want from you. But this is where the accountability comes into play. because it's not up to others to make space for you. It's up to you to feel comfortable with taking up that space. There's so much power that comes along with owning who you really are. I want you to think about this. What would your life look like if you fully embraced yourself with no filters? And how would you feel waking up every morning knowing that you're showing up as your true, authentic self? No mask, no filters, no faking it, none of that. You're just comfortable with being you. Now, that is a sweet taste of freedom. Trust me. And it's going to relieve you of so much pressure that you put on yourself trying to accommodate everyone else and make everyone else feel comfortable. And trust me, I get it. Sometimes we do feel like we need to change or tone it down because we're afraid of rejection and judgment from other people, especially the ones that we care about. But listen, if people can't handle you for who you truly are, then they're not your people. I'm here to tell you that. That's something I had to actually realize in me making this podcast, trying to make sure I don't offend anyone or say anything that's going to be triggering for people. But you just never know. I can't tone myself down because I'm trying to tone it down for people who aren't ready to receive my message. And I'm going to tone it down so much that the people that the message is meant for, they're not going to get it. And that's not fair. So don't feel like you need to tone yourself down, because what you're going to do is miss the people that are actually meant for you because you're not being yourself. Because trust me, those who are meant for you are going to love you for who you are, not in spite of it. So I know y'all thinking you done said a whole lot about what not to do, but how are we supposed to start stepping into it? Don't worry, I got you, sis. All right, so I got a few steps that you can take starting today. Starting today, sis, because we trying to do better. We trying to be better. We want better. So starting today, I do have a few tips that you guys can start to use. What's up, ladies? It's your girl, Jess. If you're on your healing journey or if you're just trying to make some healthier and better decisions and you're needing a little support along the way, please make sure you join our Facebook group. It's the Healing in Progress Facebook group. We share all kinds of tips. We have all kinds of progressive conversations every single day. So go ahead and join the community. You do not want to miss out. I know sometimes it's really hard to find support in difficult situations, and that's what we're here for. Each one, teach one. We are here to grow together. So go ahead and make sure you click the link down below to join the group. I'll see you there. To help you feel more comfortable and being you, showing up as you. So my first tip is for you to just try and start small. Don't try and do too much too soon. So the next time you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you need to shrink yourself, just try and push yourself just a little bit more to be a little bit more authentic. And it doesn't have to be anything major. It can be just as simple as you speaking up for yourself, whether that's in a work meeting, in your relationship, especially in those relationships, because sometimes we don't want to blow up a situation and make it bigger than what it really is, bigger than what it really is. So we'll be quiet for the sake of peace. We're not doing that no more, sis. You can voice your opinion without being disrespectful or being rude, but you definitely need to learn to speak up for yourself. So we're not doing that no more. We're expressing, going outwards, not holding it in. Okay. All right. So our second tip: stop apologizing for being you. If you said something or you did something and you meant it, don't apologize for it no more. Stand on business. How many times do you find yourself saying sorry for stuff that you're not really sorry for? We're not doing that no more. Instead of saying sorry, say something like, thank you for your understanding, or just don't even say nothing, because you don't need to be apologizing for just being you. What you sorry for? Nothing at all. Okay, so tip number 3 is to make sure you surround yourself with people that love you. People that actually want to celebrate you. Stop being around people that you feel like you have to perform for. Those are the people you don't want to be around. You want to build your tribe and make sure you have people that actually support you and genuinely want the best for you. So many times we find people and we hold on to them for whatever reason. I don't care if this is the friend that you've had ever since kindergarten. I don't care if this is your dear cousin. I don't care who it is. If they're not serving you purpose, they're a problem. If they're not serving a purpose in your life, getting you to the goal where you're trying to get to, they're in the way. And that's just being real. Like, we have so many people that are holding up space. And sometimes people who actually do want to help you will stay away from you because those toxic people are repellents. I know me personally, if you surround yourself with a bunch of toxic people that always have negative things to say, I probably don't want to be in your space because energy is contagious and it rubs off, and I don't want it. I don't. So make sure you're very selective on the people that you choose to be a part of your tribe. I'm not saying to get people that you can use, because it doesn't always have to be them doing something for you. Sometimes just being a positive energy is enough, is a lot. Just someone being that positive, reassuring person, or that person that you can vent to, that person that you can call in the middle of the night for advice, or that person that you can just go on walks with, your workout buddy. All those people serve you purpose. They're helping you get to where you need to be. So definitely, this is a really big one. You have to take control over your environment and who's in it. Okay? Okay now. All right. So my last tip for you guys for the day. Affirmations. I'm really new with trying to be consistent on the affirmations because I'm one of those people that I used to repeat affirmations, but I used to not really get into it. So I would be like, I am a strong black woman. I am a strong black woman. I deserve to be loved. That's how I would be repeating it. I'd be in the mirror. I deserve love. I deserve it. But I realized I really wasn't feeling it. So if you're going to say affirmations, make sure you set the tone. Whether you need to put on some nice little music or light up some candles or something like that, whatever gets you to a space where you're in the space of receiving. You want to be in a space of actually receiving the affirmation so you can feel it and believe it. So look in the mirror when you're doing it, because you really need to feel it and believe it. So if the message is, I love myself, I deserve happiness, I deserve love, you need to look in the mirror and you need to say, I love myself, I deserve happiness, I deserve love. And you keep saying it, even if you don't believe it the first few times, you keep saying it until you really do believe it. And that's how I've learned now to do affirmations. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, I set it up like a whole day. Because I'll do them. Sometimes I'll do them in the morning, but sometimes I'll also do them at night when I'm doing like my nighttime face routines. After I finally like just decompress from a hot shower and I'm just standing in the mirror and I'm just seeing my fresh face because I just cleaned it and I'm just sitting there glowing, and I'm like, I'll repeat my affirmations and it just makes me feel so good. So, you pick the time that works best for you in whatever kind of setting. I don't know if you need to sit down as if you're meditating, or whatever works best for you. Find your way. Okay. So yes, we've talked about all the things. I've given you guys tips. And even though these are things that you can use and you can start today, I do not by any means want to mislead and have you thinking that, okay, I'm going to start today and tomorrow I'm just going to be, hey, living my best life and no insecurity. No, it's not going to be a quick fix. And it's actually it's an ongoing journey, to be honest. Because the journey of showing up as your authentic self, it really does take time. And because you really have to reprogram your mind. I mean, however many years you've been going on having this kind of mindset, you have to reprogram yourself. So it's a process of unlearning, growing, and embracing the new you. And it's super exciting. It can be scary, but it's exciting. And also, don't be afraid, because you may lose some people along the way. That's just a part of life. But just know that if you're working towards being a better you and you lose people, then obviously they didn't want the best for you, or they just weren't meant to be in your space anymore. Everybody has their purpose, and everyone's not meant to be in your life for forever. So maybe their season is just up. You're on to new heights, sis, and everybody not gonna go with you. It's lonely at the top sometimes, but that's why you build your tribe. You continue to build your tribe. Every so often you have to revisit and say, okay, is this person still okay? Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to, step back from this person. You just have to do that. Just because a person is a good person to you today, you don't know what their intentions are 3 years from now. So make sure you revisit that on a regular basis. So it's definitely a journey. But let me tell you, when you do get there, when you truly own who you really are and who you're really meant to be, it's going to be so freeing and super empowering. And you're going to feel so confident, so confident. And once again, I'm way more confident than I used to be, but I still have a lot of work to do myself. So we're on this journey together. A lot of times you're going to hear me talking. I'm going to be talking to myself too. And let me tell you, if you find yourself finding the perfect people to be in your circle, trust me, the right people are going to come, and the right people they're going to show up for you. Just like you show up for other people, just like you've been that person for other people. So today I challenge you to take one step toward showing up as your full self. Just one, sis, just one. You don't even have to do them all, just one. And whatever step that is that you do decide to take, just know that the world needs the real you. I need the real you. You need the real new you. We all need the real you. And you deserve to live in your full light. You deserve it. No more dimming for anybody else. All right, ladies. So that's all that I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode and you got something from it. If this episode hit home for you, make sure you share it with another woman who probably needs this message. Like, share, and subscribe to the page because there's going to be more gems to come. And remember, you're enough just as you are. So until next time, keep on shining, keep on loving yourself, and keep on showing up as your full, authentic self. Until next time, I'm just saying.